Hey everybody, welcome to What the Flick, Scream Season 2. Actually catching up with a little episodes 7 and 8, Let the Right One In, and Village of the Damned. I'm Alonso Duralde, that's Francis Maxwell. And holy crud, it's Jeffery Self from MTV's Scream After Dark. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Thrilled to have you here today.
Thrilled.
So yeah, if you've never seen Scream After Dark, it's Jeffery hosts. It's a very funny. I don't think I've ever seen a show where you go from the an hour of horror and whodunit to those same actors like being very funny.
It's very odd, and then me essentially shitting all over their show.
Yeah.
I mean, it's essentially what I continuously say I don't watch it, which I do. But no, it's fun. But I think it's a nice breather after, if you're a big fan of a show and you're watching these people you love getting chopped up, it's nice to then laugh at them.
Like verbally chopped up as well.
Then verbally,
go.
there you go, exactly.
It's definitely cathartic. I think Degrassi should hire you to do one for them too.
I'm in.
So, all right. So these two episodes, we're gearing up to and having the carnival.
Yes.
I took two notes of note. One of which is that the room that Branson was in was room 187,
Nice.
which is homicide code.
Nice.
And then also the fact that I like this when in the most recent episode where Emma is going through the funhouse. I always watch the show with the closed captions on because I'm old. And one of the things that just came
what
up.
does "bay" mean?
One of the things that came up at the bottom of the screen in all caps was automated quacking.
Oh, right. I remember that moment.
Which I think is my new word jazz ensemble. But yeah, so I like that. Speaking of the whole Branson thing, Stavo drew him tied up in the bed.
Yep.
Who hasn't?
Well, yeah, it's true. It's spank material. But was he in the room? Does that place him on the scene?
Well, the guy's not doing himself any justice for not putting him into every single situation. Like his own father's questioning him. He's like,
Right.
"Where's the mask?" Right? And he's like, "What, do you think I'd chop people up and hang them?" Well, you draw them. So like, where do you take your influence from?
Yeah,
you know
he is. I had him picked as my guy for a while, and then I thought they are red herring him, herringing him so hard that like no way. And now I'm almost like, well, this much, how can they not? Or maybe they're just super screwing with me. So I'm completely baffled.
Yeah.
He's a great artist, though.
No,
Indeed,
great.
yes.
His sketches are beautiful.
Well, we know who's guilty for the cock block of the season, and that is Audrey. Is she ever going to allow Noah to get laid? Like she just
What's that about?
Two episodes back to back. She's either calling or she's bursting in, and then she bursts into the room. And Noah, I mean, he's a nice kid, but he's like, "You gonna leave? Like she needs to stay. I don't want her to be."
Bi-curious only carries so much water as an excuse.
I agree. I think I just think she doesn't want anyone to get laid except for her. I feel like that's sort of her vibe.
Could be it.
Okay, so obviously we're meant to be very suspicious of Zoe at this point because not only did she steal the recorded confession, but she obviously got Brooke totally schnockered at the Lady of the Lake pageant. What's her agenda?
I mean, they're kind of alluding to the fact that she maybe is jealous of the connection between Audrey and Noah, and
she should be apparently.
Exactly. And maybe she's just got this very dark agenda to try and split them up to give her. But it seems like Noah's clearly focused on her at the moment, or that, or he's just want to lose his virginity. Either or, it seems like that's his focus, and she is maybe just a little bit cautious of the fact that Audrey is always there or always popping up at certain moments.
I loved when Audrey wakes up to the 12 dead in blood in her room, and that Noah can actually rattle off all 12 or 11 or whatever. Because I'm like, whoa, I got to go to Wiki on this one. I have no idea who's dead on this show.
Also, just like imagine waking up to that.
Yeah,
I mean, that on your wall. It's so intense.
Yeah.
So, So, has your views changed on who you think? I mean, the show's doing what they. I didn't think they were doing it as Ellie, and I actually enjoyed it. They weren't pushing someone right in our face, like, this could be the killer, but then now it seems to be, all right, these two are clearly in the front line, because I thought Branson, the teacher, and obviously they snuffed him out in their own way. So I feel like they're getting into their old habits of just throwing potentials in our face rather than have us think about it ourselves, because we were having so much fun thinking, could Emma actually be conjuring this all up in our head at certain amounts of the time?
Is she Tyler Durdening it?
Yeah, so we were having fun with that, and now it's like, all right, that's not the theory. There's far too many instances where she can't be involved there. She's not there.
So obviously we have the Miss Lang, I guess, is, she's obviously been, is recording stuff and working with Branson, and so that's a whole
and then she gets tossed off a staircase.
Right.
And, it's not her.
That's intense.
But I mean, but no one's ever acting alone on this show, so she could have done some of them. There is Eli and there's Kieran and there's, obviously Eli is now being thrown to this as there's a restraining order against him guy. I think Kieran's mustache climbs off at night and commits horrible things and makes phone calls.
Why? How? He's 17 or however old you are in high school, and he has a full-on facial hair.
He's got that wispy first mustache.
It's very strange.
Baby's first mustache.
This is a traditional thing that American shows usually used to do. Like I used to watch American shows when I was in the UK.
High schoolers with receding hairlines.
I used to be like, What am I going to fill into one of these high school kids one of these days? Like, why are they all looking like 30? I mean, I remember watching One Tree Hill and the kids were all, Sophia Bush looked like 30 at one point. I was like, that's not in my high school. Where is
I can't wait to be 35 so I can be prom king.
Yeah, so
now, I'm just curious, how much do you know? Not that you're going to tell us anything.
I weirdly now know everything.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Time up.
Yeah,
find out we can
because
get
I have shot the finale of Scream After Dark, which follows the finale of the regular show.
Okay.
So I do know. I've seen parts of the finale. I haven't seen the entire thing, but I know how it all turns out. Most of how it all turns out. But even that said, I'm still a little confused.
Yeah. I think we all were after the season 1 finale.
That's true. Yeah.
Blink twice if they all die.
They're all dead. The way they cut the cameras off. Even the camera people are dead by the end of it.
Nice. So what's going on with, what do you think about Brooke and Gustavo's relationship that seems to be going on? I mean, he knows how to make an entrance creepily in her bedroom late night.
Yeah, I know. That's like, okay, whatever happened to throwing pebbles at the window? I mean, I get it. He's the rebound, obviously. She's still processing the Jake thing.
Aren't we all?
Yes, I know. I think as a nation, we all remembered where we were. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, he is the reddest of herrings at this point. But I'm back around again to thinking that they're laying it on so thick that it can't possibly be him.
But it seems like Brooke's intrigued into that character. Like, she doesn't like anyone who isn't going to be in the firing line. She's not got anyone who is just a good guy on the outside. She likes to be drawn into the Bransons, like that bad boy image, someone who is flirting with the line as how dangerous is he, and I think that's something that intrigues her.
And it's not only just that he's a potential murderer as much as he's the one who's like encouraging her to he's the one who told her to go after Branson directly and all that stuff. So she is, I think, clearly responding to that sort of thing. I think that Eli maybe is going to turn out to be cooler than we thought. Like I think that they
cooler.
Well, I'm just saying, like, less creepy. They set
I know what you mean.
They set him up to be such a grosso at the beginning that I think that the surprise is going to be that he winds up being an all right guy.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's just the actor or the performance, but Kieran, I'm not trusting, not down with it. And I think
but did you feel that way in season 1 too with Kieran?
A little bit. Yeah.
There's something about those eyes that they're dreamy, but there's something very shifty and suspicious going on there.
He's too good looking to and something needs to be wrong with him. Right? I mean, you can't just have it all. He needs to have something serious. He needs to have a dark
There's
side,
something deep and dark and twisted in there.
So when before you actually knew, like, at what point did you know everything that was going on? Because I'm intrigued to think, like, when you were watching it along, did you have your own sort of suspicions as to who you thought it was?
Absolutely. Yes, I did. And then when I found out who it was, I was genuinely surprised. Because,
that's a good thing.
I didn't know Big Bird was a character on screen. I was genuinely surprised, and I think they've done a really good job this season of like twisting and turning it, and when I watched the first episode versus the last, it's things happen.
Come a long way. I think the last talking point is the BFF status between Audrey and Emma. How's that gonna pan out because now she found out that at the very end.
Again, the timing on this show. I was just about to. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I think obviously there's going to be. I mean, I did see scenes from next week, so I kind of have some idea.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, I know. I should try to break myself of that habit, but I can't help it sometimes. Yeah, Emma, not happy about it.
I imagine she wouldn't be.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course. Of course.
No,
How could she?
I get it, absolutely. And I think they'll fix that by the end of the season. Just a hunch, but who knows? All right, Jeffrey, thank you for being here.
Thank you. It's been a
quick
pleasure.
Plugs for our guest. Jeffrey's the author of the very funny Drag Teen, available now wherever fine books are sold. And if you like slasher movies and Jeffery Self, look for You're Killing Me on DVD and streaming. It's very funny.
Oh, thank you. That's very nice. Thanks for having me.
I
This
will
is so
check
lovely.
out all of those.
And of course, watch Scream After Dark on MTV after Scream, assuming you're watching Scream, which why wouldn't you be if you're watching these? So there you go. All right, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Catch
you.
you guys next time.